This is Dave Wirt with your Ag Market News Weekly Livestock Summary. This week in Pennsylvania, we had 3,251 head of cattle compared to 3,535 last week and 3,329 a year ago. Compared to last week, slaughter steers sold mostly $1 to $3 higher. Holsteins sold mostly steady. Heifers were mostly $1 to $2 higher. Slaughter cows were really sharply higher this week. They were probably $5 to $7 higher on the average. Slaughter bulls were about $3 to $5 higher. Steers high choice and prime are 128 1/4 to 131. Choice was 120.50 to 123.75. Selects were running about 107.50 to 111.50. Holstein steers high choice and prime 107.50 to 111. Choice of 102.75 to 106.50. Selects were running about 92.50 to 97.25. High choice and prime heifers 125.50 to 128.50. Choice of 121.25 to 124.75. Selects are 101 to 105. Cows breakers were 73 to 76.25. Boners were 70.50 to 74.25, and lean cows were 65.25 to 69. Excuse me, 65.29 to 69.25. Average dressing bulls was 87.75 to 90.50. Feeder cattle this week, steers were mostly $3 to $5 higher. Heifers were about $10 to $15 higher, and bulls were $10 to $15 lower. They were on limited supplies this week. There's a number of feeder sales coming up here in the next week. Larger sales. Steers medium and large frame 130 to 500 pounds are at 132. Medium and large frame 2 5 to 700 pounds are 109 to 121. Heifers medium and large frame 130 to 500 pounds are 97.50 to $1. Bulls medium and large frame 15 to 700 pounds are 106 to 108. And calves this week, there was 2,873 compared to 2,907 last week and 2,584 a year ago. Holstein bull calves were mostly $4 to $8 higher. Heifers were about $4 to $5 higher. Number one Holstein bull calves 95 to 120 pounds are 125 to 143. Lighter calves this week are 108 1/4 to 123. Number twos are 110 to 123.75. Number threes were 81.75 to 107. Heifers, number ones 84 to 105 pounds were 111 to 120.50. Number twos were 70.25 to 95. Hogs this week, there was 1,006 compared to 1,113 last week and 1,306 a year ago. Compared to last week, barrels and gilts were steady to 2 higher. Sows were steady to 2 lower. Barrels and gilts 49 to 54% lean was 63 to 66, with heaviers 3 to 400 pounders running about 66 to 70. 45 to 49% lean was 59 to 62, with heavier weights running 57 to 59. Sows 3 to 500 pounds are 42 to 45. 5 to 700 pounders are 44 to 48. Sheep and lambs, there were 1,634 compared to 1,737 last week and 1,478 a year ago. Compared to last week, lambs were mostly $5 to $10 higher and ewes were steady. Choice lambs, 50 to 60 pounders, fancies were running 237 to 245. Good and choice 48 pounders are 172. 50 to 60 pounders are 132 to 167. Hair lambs were running about 145 to 175 in that weight range. 60 to 70 pounders were 120 to 130. Hair lambs were 136 to 175. Then you get up into the 90 to 110 pound range. They were running 126 to 160, with hair lambs running about 120 to 150. Good ewes 90 to 100 pounds were running 72 to 90. Average running about 64 to 70. Utilities, thinner flesh lambs were running about 42 to 66. There's a few bucks. 100 to 160 pounders were running 60 to 86 cents. Goats this week, there was 1,191 compared to 1,881 last week and 1,857 a year ago. Compared to last week, find my trend here. Kids were mostly steady to $10 lower. Nannies were steady to $5 lower. Goats are sold by the head with weights estimated. Selection 1 kids 40 to 45 pounders were running $87 to $102 a head. 50 to 60 pounders were $130 to $140 a head. 65 pounders were $138 a head. 60 to 70 pounders were $134 to $158 a head. Selection 2s, 65 pounders were running around $100. 70 to 100 pounders were running $110 to $130, and selection 3s, 50 to 60 pounders were running about $70 to $80. Nanny selection 1s, 100 to 125 pounders were $144 to $155, and 145 pounders were running about $155 to $177. Selection 2s, 100 125 pounders were $122 to $144. Selection 3s, about 75 pounders were running about $100. 80 to 110 pounders were $110 to $122. Billies, selection ones, 100 to 140 pounders, were $172 to $217. Heavier billies, 150 to 200 pounders, are running about $182 to $247. Selection twos, 100 to 145 pounds, were $122 to $172. And selection one weathers, 70 to 80 pounders, were $150 to $157, and 85 to 130 pounders were $162 to $182. This is Dave Wirt for Ag Market News. Have a good week.